The justices can't avoid Trump's blow against the Constitution. During oral arguments at the Supreme Court on Thursday morning over President Trump's order to eliminate birthright citizenship, Solicitor General D. Sauer barely talked about eliminating birthright citizenship. The government's goal was supposedly more limited: to persuade the court to prevent federal district judges from issuing nationwide injunctions, striking down the things Trump wants to do. But the diversionary tactic didn't work. There was simply no way to ignore the brazen unconstitutionality of Trump's order, which came up repeatedly all morning. In part, that was because the three liberal justices kept bringing it up. Justice Sonia Sotomayor noted that Trump's order, which would deprive citizenship to babies born in the United States to undocumented parents, or even temporary residents, violated at least 4 Supreme Court precedents that enforced the clear wording of the 14th Amendment. "So what happens," asked Justice Elena Kagan, "when a president issues a plainly illegal order and someone goes to court to have it overturned? If the judge finds that it is unconstitutional, is it only unconstitutional to apply the executive order to the party who brings the lawsuit or to everyone? Does every single person affected by the EO bring their own suit?" she asked. That seemed to be the implication of the government's argument. Even if the Trump administration eventually loses the big question of whether the order is constitutional, it can in the meantime deprive citizenship from babies born in the states that didn't sue, a chaotic state which would add to the deterrent effect on immigration that the administration longs for. "That," said Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, "turns our justice system into a catch-me-if-you-can kind of regime. The government could continue to act illegally," she said, "until everyone potentially harmed by the action figures out how to hire a lawyer and bring a lawsuit, and many people would be harmed by a system where citizenship can be switched off and on, depending on what state you're in. Government benefits that apply only to citizens would be offered in some states, but not others, creating a confusing patchwork and a magnet system that would draw immigrants away from the states where Trump's order still applies." Even some of the conservative justices who form the swing bloc of the court seem to have qualms about the limits on district judges that the administration desires, as if they knew Trump's order cannot stand. There was very little questioning from them about the fundamental principle of birthright citizenship. Justice Brett Kavanaugh said that if only the named plaintiffs get relief from an order that is overturned, the courts would immediately be flooded with other lawsuits from states and other groups that want the same result. Justice Neil Gorsuch seemed to echo Kagan's point by suggesting it would be better for the Supreme Court to get to the merits of the executive order quickly, and Justice Amy Coney Barrett seemed annoyed that Sauer was ducking Kagan's sharp questions. It's always dicey to try to predict an outcome from oral arguments, but it wouldn't be surprising if the court finds a way to allow some national injunctions against sweeping presidential orders and eventually rejects Trump's. Among other reasons, the conservatives want to preserve the ability to overrule Democratic presidents.